Hello everyone and welcome back to a video here on the second channel. We are covering pre-release 4 and number 5. If you saw my video covering number 3, well, Thor was just a quick fix for that one as there were crashes in the nether and end dimensions, so 4 was to make pre-release 3 stable. But now we have pre-release 5 with another round of changes. These are mostly bug fixes focusing on texture changes and a few things to do with generation, like where cave vines will appear in the world. But a big thing here for those of you technical players that like to remove bedrock. If there is any bedrock at height 0 in a chunk, a new world generation will happen under any non-air blocks at height 0 in that chunk. I believe that this means if you've removed the bedrock in a world, then it's going to generate just air down below it, right? However, if you've taken the bedrock out and put in a different floor, it will actually generate new terrain under it. So you need to then remove that and have air there. So if you have hollowed out a chunk for a mob farm or something like that and you've got air down at the bottom level of your world, when upgrading in this one, as I understand it, it's not going to generate anything down there. So this allows some of those crazy sci-fi like perimeters that we've seen to stay intact, which I think is really awesome. So I'm glad to see that there for people that play on that level. So anyway, big list of bug fixes. I had a scan over them and I picked out some of these texture changes as I think they're worth knowing about. But first of all, chunk blending. It would have been nice to have had the time to jump in. Unfortunately, I'm going to be going out this evening, so I don't have more time to record right now. But yeah, I wanted to see if anything had changed with the biome blending, chunk blending, whatever you want to call it, as there have been some errors with people seeing things like this, and the fixes to this could possibly change how it looks. I don't really know though, but there are some issues with this feature that are being addressed that is really good to see. So then onto the textures. Basically there's some stuff that's still out of date. So apparently lecterns don't quite match the new texture, or maybe some texture tweaks that have been happening since. These reports are supposedly fixed, so these and some other blocks will potentially change. Like the armor stand, it has the smooth stone texture, and that is supposedly out of date. We also got the cartographer table, supposedly, I'm going to use that word again, not matching the texture of the dark oak. To me, my eyes, it looks pretty consistent, but you know, maybe very subtly. That one we could probably actually just skip over. It's the anvil GUI, the hammer needs updating apparently. I think this is like a proposed little icon for it. And then this one here, I thought, again, another subtle change that might make a big difference. So I think someone's gone through and analysed how the transparency works on all the different colours, as there's a bunch of examples here, and then seen that actually compared to how other colours are done, yeah, they propose something slightly different. And I believe when they mark off a bug as being fixed, it means that they have made a change. Because otherwise it'd be really confusing if they put one in when they don't actually change something. So a couple of the glass textures might change. Then we have a really big one, which is the strip dark oak log texture. Apparently it's too bright, and this is actually a inconsistency pointed out by the difference between Java Edition and Bedrock Edition. And I think this is a good change actually, because it's quite close to spruce on Java, and I think it being a little darker makes more sense with it being a darker wood. So it should now look like it does on Bedrock and be slightly darker, which could make quite a big difference to, you know, some builds and things. Anyway, this last one, pillagers have no hood texture. I found this one interesting because the Illusioner has a hood, but the Illusioner isn't really in the game. And the Evoker and the Vindicator also have hoods, but they never use them. And as it reports down here, it's actually that the... Oh wait, what does it say? Intended. Pillagers are not supposed to have hoods. Yeah, there's a comment here basically saying it's Evokers and Vindicators that shouldn't have hoods. So they'll be removed, but you don't even see them in the game. Anyway, that is pre-release 5 for you, and I'll continue to cover these pre-releases over here on this channel unless there's anything major worth covering on the main channel. So thanks for listening, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.